Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and there was an interesting discovery made. Now, I do want to say this right here at the start, that this could be nothing. I mean, this isn't like definitive evidence or anything, but like when we take a bunch of context clues together, we could see something start to appear, right? So let's just quickly take a look at this. So there was a post on the subreddit today by the boy Zaid over here. Now, I see him all the time. He tweets, he makes a lot of posts on the subreddit, so I know who he is. And right here, he kind of mentioned going through Renzi's paste bin, which of course is when there's like a data download or something, DBZ space will kind of tweet out like a document of all the stuff in it, right? Well, Zaid went through a lot of the unit IDs and basically found out that a lot of them were actually the Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards, some Metal Cooler cards, Int Android 18, who was the World Tournament reward for, I believe, that was the reward for the first one with LR Yamcha, who also is in here. That was the 2 World Tournaments ago on JP. That's when Int Android 18 showed up. So a lot of interesting stuff, right? Now, the first thing I gotta mention, right, is just because of the fact that they have, like, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards are going to be added to the data, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to release on global, right? Because, you know, these cards have been in the data forever. This Teen Gotenks, Super Paikuhan, you know, you have Darkness Toa, a lot of these cards. And a lot of them, not only have they been in the data forever, but they've been translated forever, like, completely translated. Like, look, the cards were even updated to have the Super Dragon Ball Heroes logo at the bottom, like in the data. So that to me is very interesting, right? But I do think there is a real possibility of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards, you know, getting a release on global. And it's interesting that, you know, we get this sort of like info, like, you know, oh, it's just added to the data now, because the Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission Switch game is going to be released worldwide, and look at the date right there. That's 4 weeks away. That's right around the corner. So I think there's actually a very decent chance that Global could get all of the Dragon Ball Heroes cards sometime next month. Now, again, there's no confirmation of this, and, you know, just this info doesn't necessarily guarantee it, but, you know, it's an interesting coincidence that right around when, you know, the game would be released, now the data is going to start going into Dokkan, so that's interesting. So, another thing about this, right? So some of the Metal Cooler stuff was in there. This is, in my opinion, is the best page on the Dokkan Wiki. We have the timeline of events. So you guys could see exactly in what order things released over on JP. There's also a version for Global as well. So, this was the Metal Cooler update right here. Now, global players will recognize that you guys just got the Curse of the Blood Rupees event, and you just got the LR Prime Battle Vegeta, but the Metal Cooler Dokkan Fest and then the Metal Cooler Story revamp have not arrived yet. With this batch came a lot of units, right? Like Metal Cooler, the Vegeta and Piccolo from the Cooler movie, a whole bunch of free-to-play Metal Coolers, even more free-to-play Metal Coolers, the Robot, and then, of course, Pasta and the Goku, they're from the Curse of the Blood Rupees event, and then LR Prime Battle Vegeta, right? So that was a huge update. Now, if we scroll down here, we're actually going to go past the Dragon Ball Heroes cards real quick. When Goku Black came out on GP, he came out basically by himself. That was it. Like, there was no other Dokkan Awakenings or anything, and like, no really new cards released for a little while, right? It's like, I don't know, maybe a week or so before him, these Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards came out, and then, of course, this Gohan and Videl event should be coming to Global very soon, and then, like, even right here, you know, Global players recognize that you guys just got this right there, all of the Waifu Awakenings, so this is right around the spot where Global is in terms of the timeline. So, you know, like November-ish of JP right now is where Global is, which, you know, funny, November, that's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 5 months away. So usually Global has stayed about 4 months behind in content for a while now. So this, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think there actually is, like I really do think the Heroes cards are going to be coming very soon to Global. Now, if we take a look at the banner that the Heroes cards had, this was it right here, right? So there was a banner with all of these units down here. It was the Kid Buu with Bobbity Absorbed, Baby Janemba, the Super Saiyan Teen Gotenks, and Super Pikkon. That was a Heroes banner that was released 2 or 3 times. Then it was updated with Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, and Darkness Toa last year. Well, when I say last year, I mean 2017. And then well, I was about to say last year again, but in 2018, we got this banner, which of course, all of these cards are tremendous. I'd say like Super Mira is probably, you know, the weakest. Supreme Opie of Time is probably the best card here, but these cards are very, very good and very useful cards, so they can be very, very good for Global when they come out. A lot of buffs to the Super Saiyan 3 team, right? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this guy Dokkan awakens into a teen Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. You have 5 new Super Saiyan 3 units for that Super Saiyan 3 team, which we know how small that category is. That's a significant buff, having 5 extra units. So that's a really, really big deal. Now, another reason I think that these probably will come is, again, just because of that reason. Goku Black came by himself, right? These cards, most of these cards are on Goku Black's category, which is the Time Traveler category. If we head over here, I just want to pull Goku's Black, his card up real quick. So he's got the Time Traveler category, right? Now, Global can build a very good Time Traveler category team without the Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards, because you look at it. You've already got LR Vegeta Blue, like all these LRs right here on Global. Like, there's a lot of really powerful units on the Time Traveler category. It's just a very good team in general. But the Heroes units even bring more firepower to the team with all the wonkiness that they provide, right? So that's why they're like kind of a big, like it's a big deal, I think, to release them with Goku Black, so he's not by himself. Now, if we look at Goku Black's banner, he has a ridiculously good banner because, you know, you have 5 units that are like really top tier in, because I think Goku Black is overrated, but he's still a good card. Like, he's definitely not bad. It's just, you're never going to see his transformation, like, almost ever. So, you know, Goku Black, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's probably the best unit on the banner. Maybe you want to say it's Rose, but this dude he's dumb strong. He is so good. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock still as good as ever. And then Tech EZA Cell obviously is a monster. Now, these two are very, like, well, Trunks especially is very weak. But Blue Vegeta, honestly, I might do another video just talking about some possibilities for Saiyan Day coming up. But, like, I don't think there's a 0% chance that this guy might EZA on Saiyan Day 11 days away. Like, he really could. I think we could see either this guy or Physical Legendary Super Saiyan Broly or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. One of those 3 cards could get an EZA for Saiyan Day, I think. And, you know, that would make, like, if he gets an EZA, this Vegeta is probably going to be really damn good. So that would be interesting. Now, also, looking at the cooler stuff, because right now, I would say we're not really too sure what's going to come next to Global. My guess would be Cooler. I would think Cooler would come sometime later this month, and then Global, it would make sense. You know, they could get Goku Black and the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff in April, celebrating the release of the game on Switch, right? That would be really cool. I mean, I don't think they would do a dual celebration with JP, but, like, I don't know. We could even go best case scenario and say, like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito releases on both versions for the release of the Switch game. Like, I don't think that would happen, but could you imagine the hype if we got that? Like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 category leader or something like that? Oh boy. Now, Cooler's banner, I'm way less a fan of because, you know, Cooler is really good. You know, the 2 new units with him are also quite good, especially this Vegeta, very solid on the Movie Hero team, very good for Super Battle Road. This Piccolo doesn't really have a great spot. Obviously, you could use him on the Movie Hero team. When he came out on JP, pretty much I think his only category was like the Namekian team, which was obviously awful. But now he does have the Movie Hero team. Future Gohan, who I think is... Yeah, Future Gohan is the worst category leader in my opinion. I don't even think it's really close, because Ultimate Gohan works quite well on the Goku's Lineage team. So I think he's a lot better than Future Gohan. Jiren is great, but he's been on how many banners on Global now? 500 banners on Global? Like, I know y'all aren't happy to see him. And then, of course, Cooler again. Cooler, this guy, how many banners has he fucking been on? Cooler. And then Full Power Frieza is incredible, but again, you know, he's been on 500,000 banners too. So, like, overall, Cooler, definitely a better unit than Goku Black, but Goku Black has a far superior banner. Like, see, what's really weird about Goku Black's banner is every unit is a Dokkan Fest exclusive. Every featured unit is a Dokkan Fest exclusive. That's bizarre. I can't think of another banner off the top of my head that had that, because even, like, you know, some of the best banners in the game's history, like, you know, the physical Vegito Blue banner, you know, you had some not Dokkan Fest exclusives featured, like even the new Tech Trunks at the time, or the Tech Vegito Blue banner, right? You know, you had the new SCR Rage Trunks at the time. Like, for this to be only Dokkan Fest exclusives, like, they really wanted people to summon on this banner on JP because it came right before Blue Gogeta, right? So I think that's another reason this banner is so stacked. But there we go, guys. There's just kind of like this little info, like, you know, based upon this data being added into Global now, and then with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes game coming out in a couple weeks, I do think there is a real possibility, but I also do want people to understand that just because this stuff is added into the data doesn't mean it's going to come to Global. I don't like version exclusives for either version, so I do badly want these Heroes cards to come to Global. Plus, like, you know, especially for the Super Saiyan 3 category, gets really buffed big time, because the Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta cards, this Goku is ridiculously good. He's a great defensive unit, and the Super Saiyan 3 team needs a defensive unit. So he is so essential for the Super Saiyan 3 team. So, you know, I would like to see these cards definitely released on Global. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this banner will arrive on Global next month or not? Do you think it being added to the data now is a sure sign or what? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.